Here with me today is Newsmax foreign policy analyst and the co-host of the War and Freedom podcast, Waleed Faris, along with distinguished professor at Touro University, a Middle East analyst and a Newsmax contributor, Thane Rosenbaum. So you got 18 hostages. They've been released so far, yet an Israeli spokesman has information that 8 of the approximate 23 set to be freed in phase 1 of the deal are no longer alive. So, Waleed, do you trust Hamas to keep their word in releasing all of the remaining hostages?
The principle, I don't trust Hamas from A to Z. This is a jihadist organization that could do anything. They promised they would release them alive. Some of them now we are learning were not. But this is the alternative. Every hostage released is something good. The way to have them being released is to be discussed. If we didn't want to see this scenario, where they are releasing them 3 by 3, gaining time, and then all the insults coming through propaganda. The other scenario should have been November 2023. The Biden administration should have put all of its pressure and asked Hamas, asked Qatar, asked everybody else engaged in the Iran deal to release all these hostages, and not 3 by 3 coming to press conferences that looks like the Nazi propaganda, but into buses all the way to Israel. And the Palestinian or other jihadi fighters released into Gaza should come into buses, period. That should have been the case. Unfortunately, the Biden administration was interested in one thing. What was it? Ceasefire. Ceasefire meaning stopping Israel from completing its operation. That's the result that we're seeing. And thanking the Trump administration, at least we see hostages being free.
So both Egypt and Jordan are rejecting his idea of taking in Palestinians from Gaza. But President Trump says, you better do it for us since we've done a lot for you. So, I mean, Thane, you agree with Trump's idea? I mean, what's kind of the best solution for Gaza right now, which is in rubble, and how do you fill that vacuum?
Well, Rob, first of all, I was definitely in favor in the all hell will break loose option. And I think Waleed is saying that as well. I also think Waleed will find it funny when I say Americans think when wars come to an end, it's like Yorktown in the Revolutionary War, or Appomattox in the Civil War, or Napoleon at Waterloo. Hamas is claiming victory. They're throwing a pep rally for homecoming. Look at that. That's what that is. They lost 47,000 people, they claim that's a number, and they won, right? That's why President Trump needs to hear Prime Minister Netanyahu say, when this first phase is over at the end of 42 days, we're going back in. And you want us back in because these people cannot be alive. They cannot survive this war. Look at them. Does that look like a chastened, chagrined, defeated army? No. They look like bring it on. And so this thing will not end in the way that the West will like. And it's because Gazans don't respond in the way that we did in Appomattox or Yorktown or in Waterloo. It's just another world.
It really is. That's a great point. So Netanyahu is going to be in the U.S. meeting with Trump at the White House on Tuesday. How important is this meeting as a reset, Waleed?
Absolutely, strategically, globally important, because the United States and Israel, this administration and the Netanyahu government are strategic allies. They need to readdress what has happened. Of course, they're both want to get all the hostages out, but at the same time, they want to deal with Hamas eventually. They want to deal with Hezbollah. They want to deal with the changes in Syria. Now we have a new jihadi force taken over, and they want to deal with the Islamic regime of Iran. That meeting is extremely important. It would basically reorganize the dual co-strategies of both countries.
Let's go to Venezuela for a second, because you had 6 American hostages, which nobody really knew about. I mean, this wasn't getting any press, but they were also released, and Trump's envoy for special missions, Rick Grenell, he shared this picture of the 6 Americans flying back with him after his meeting with Maduro, and they got to speak with the president. Watch this.
I had Donald Trump all over my prison cell, bro. I love you, Donald Trump. Thank you.
Thank you. Greg Werber here. I thank you. I can't believe we're here. This is incredible. I'm walking on a cloud.
We love you, Trump.
We love you, Trump.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Thane, a little MAGA rally on the plane there, but, you know, the Biden administration didn't even put, any work into trying to bring these guys home. It took Trump, 1 day.
Rob, they didn't want us to know about it.
Yeah.
I mean, to them, it was a secret. We are weak in the world, and we like being weak. We don't believe in American exceptionalism. That's exactly what Barack Obama said. We are not more exceptional. We're just an average country with a lot of sins to pay. So we don't want to ever point out that, that we're in a weakened position. But you know what? There's a new sheriff in town. And I think a lot of these countries have gotten the message that Donald Trump and our new ambassador to the UN, they're just not going to put up with this anymore. We're not going to write checks for these people. We're not going to trade with these people. We're going to be tough with these people. And I'm hoping that Donald Trump will follow through. And you're right, Rob. I love that scene from Venezuela, because that is a very telling, revealing moment that unilaterally, please take them back and don't attack us.
That's right. Thane Rosenbaum, Waleed Faris, it's always good to be with you.
Thank you.